As a people, we're going through a crisis. Even the generations are going through crisis. Now, how did Islam deal with these different crises in different civilizations? What we're going through is nothing new what the people before went through. But even though the conditions are worse, they asked the Prophet ﷺ, what would be the greatest tool in the latter days? And he said, intelligence. Now, let's examine. We see all the chaos is happening in different countries. There's an onslaught. But you know what's so frightening? Prophet ﷺ is the sign of the last day. And his death is the sign that the horn is going to blow eventually. Habibullah alayhi salatu salam said that when he saw Israfil, the angel that blows the horn, he was looking at the throne of Allah, and his eyebrows was crunched in, and he was feeling as if he was going to blow that horn, and it scared the Prophet ﷺ. If he saw that then what about 1400 years later? We can dispute this situation that Ibn Hajar rahimullah made a statement, and he said he believed that the last days are coming in the 1500 Hijrah. That was his opinion, according to looking at the signs what he saw yesterday. Now we are in the 1400 years plus of the Hijrah, or we say the Islamic calendar. But the Prophet ﷺ gave us certain things we have to pay close attention to. He said in the last days there will be an onslaught. They don't even know what they're getting killed for. Hunger will be at an uproar. Prosecution would be at an uproar. Confusion would be around the planet. In other words, chaos will come from the sky. Even the people that are pious will even be affected. Then Habibullah alayhi salatu also said, now look what he said. In the latter days, Islam will only be by name. The people will only see the Quran, the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only as a book. A year will appear like a month, and a month will appear like a week, and a week would appear like a day, and a day would appear like a flash of light. Now look how the scholars explained it in their times, that human beings will be so occupied that the time will pass by. But let's go further, let's examine. Is time in reality speeding up? Some people say yes. My uncle made a very profound statement. And he said, if you notice, when we were younger, you can see the rainbows in the sky very high. He said, but as time progressed, we got more electric towers, we got more cell phone towers, we got more this and that taking place. But what does it cause? It heats up the atmosphere. If anything heats up the atmosphere, what happened? Like a microwave, things will spin faster. SubhanAllah. So when we look, we're getting very close to a time. It doesn't mean that we have to stop doing what we're doing. But what it means that we have to prepare ourselves, because we are going to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala eventually. Look what he said. Death will be very rapid. Astaghfirullah. All of us is going to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no matter what it is. But in the journey, what did I do for the sake of Allah? Did I take care of my neighbor? Did I take care of my parents? Did I take care of my uncle, my auntie, my brothers, my sisters? I never thought that when I would be in my 50s, I would see so many people passed away, just in my family. And it gave me a different perspective on life. But dear brothers and sisters, one thing I'm going to tell you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala selected you. You are from the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It means that you have a purpose in life. Some are shepherds, some are meant to follow. But my reminder to you today, prepare yourself on this journey. Because you cannot look at the footsteps yesterday. You can only make footsteps of today. No matter what it is, you and I are going to return to the one who created us. And life is spinning very fast. That's an old song that my mother used to sing. And the death angel came to this man. And the man said, you should have sent me a reminder that you was coming. And the death angel responded to the man, did you ever get sick? He said, yes. Did your hair ever turn gray? He said, yes. Did you ever feel aches in your bones? He said, yes. Did your vision ever get changed? He said, yes. These are the signs that I am coming. These are the signs that I am coming. The hadith of the Prophet ﷺ said, Malakil Maut, the death angel, visit us 3 times a day. And he sits. Every person will be removed from this house. The dear respected brothers and sisters, what I am saying, on that journey, remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Take care of the needs of the people. Help the people. Fulfill the rights of the people. And also take care of yourself. Because at least that on the day of judgment, we can go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say, oh Allah, I really tried. We all have a responsibility towards one another, to the human race. Let's not forget that. All of us is going to return to the one who has created you and I. And remember, the Quran is a book of instructions that's advising you to remember your master, and to remember your master, that is stuff you have to do. Taking care of your parents, taking care of your neighbors, taking care of your children, taking care of your wife, taking care of your husband, taking care of your nephew, taking care of your cousins, taking care of the person that's walking down the street that need help, taking care of this person, that person, even a person who needs and is crying for help. It's your job to assist and help that person. Because when you do, you are in a state of ibadat. You are in a state worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's not forget that, dear respected brothers and sisters. Who are you? Know that Allah has selected you with the duty. Do not neglect the people and the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.